Hello folks, welcome back to the channel. I bought this bike 3 weeks back. This is the BMW 1150 RT and I absolutely like this bike. If you don't know how I bought it on Done Deal over here in Cork and I paid only 450 euros. Yes, 450 euros, and I have spent some money on it to get it to where it is standing today. So this video is all about the modifications and my kind of likes and niggles about this bike. In case if you are interested in the BMW 1150 RT, or in case if you are interested just like me in all the motorcycles and knowing more about motorcycles, this video is for you. So please grab your drink and enjoy this video. So as I mentioned, yes, I paid only 450 euros for this bike and it was a steal. The bike was in running condition. Yes, I rode it from Gary's house to my house in one go. It did not stop anywhere and nothing was failing. The bike was working, but it had some small little bit niggles and small little bit problems which had to be addressed. So right now I'll turn the camera around and let's start from front to back what I've done to the bike. So firstly over here, as you can see, I've added my own branding to the bike because this bike belongs to me. Rides with Richie. So I've given it quite a good clean, but here in Ireland right now it is winter and the bike is a bit dirty. You know what, I must tell you something, this is one of the cleanest bikes to be riding in the winter because it doesn't catch all that dirt and crud. I have owned a few bikes in the past. After a ride they will look so nasty, but this one does not look that bad. The paintwork seems to be alright. There are a few scratches over here. Looks like one of the owners had dropped it at some stage. I have no problem with that. Apart from that, the paintwork is quite good. So I will show you around the bike from top over here. The windshield is fully working still. So the button is over here with which goes up and down. It is fully functional. The headlights, I have changed the bulbs to the newer bulbs, like I think I have the Osrams in there, and it has improved the visibility slightly in the night because I ride a lot in the night. I have changed the tires over here. As you can see, I have installed the Michelin Road 6s and they are very good tires for these kind of touring bikes, and I have used them before. I really like them. There was a problem with one of these pistons over here in the brake caliper. It was addressed and right now it is working perfectly fine. It was blocked a little bit. It needed a bit of clean and it's all good. I have given a bike a very good clean just before I started riding it. So it looks all right. There is some dirt underneath over here, which is expected when you're riding the bike in the winter. And over here, as you can see, it doesn't look that bad at all. I need to still clean it up a little bit further. It's not as clean as I want it to be, but it's fine for now. I have added the camera over here. It has the Aioocci system, GPS system, which has front and back cameras. I'll go to that in a minute. And it has got a tire pressure sensor over here as well. So if you are planning to buy this Aioocci system with the integrated cameras and GPS, right now there is a discount going on and you get 33% off till December 5th of 2025 for the Black Friday sale. All right. This meter over here was not working. Looks like somebody had fiddled around with it and destroyed it. So my friend Paddy O'Sullivan has replaced this with one of the older units which he had, and it works fine now. And this bike has, the glare over here is crazy. This bike has around 51,000 miles on it and everything over here works. The ABS has been taken out from this bike. It is not working anymore, which is good as well. I've heard some nightmare stories about them. And this is the remote from the Aioocci system. I'll come to that in a minute. And apart from that, it has got grip puppies. The heated grips on both handlebars are working perfectly fine. And on this side over here, if I may show you, this oil cap is a problem with all these 1150s. So I have replaced that with one of the nicer air caps and oil caps, and since then I have not had any problem. There is no oil leak as such. I have added the battery tender cable over here so that I can charge the batteries. It has got two of the DIN sockets over here which are working as well. I have the two boxes, but they're in the garage right now. I use this bike to travel every day to Cork City, so I use this for filtering. So I don't need the side boxes. I have this top box, which is very handy. So I have kept them in the garage, and it makes my life a little bit easier when I put this bike in the garage and take it out. And on the back as well, I have the Michelin Road 6 and fantastic tires in the wet as well. They work very well. There is a full exhaust system on this bike. As you can see, it's from Delkevic. Oh, sounds fantastic, but at times I feel like it is a bit too loud for my taste, but what to do, it is what it is. I like it, and it makes me heard in the traffic, which is fantastic. This is the cover which is on top of the seat, which has got a hole on it. I don't have any complaint about that, but in the near future I might change that. Here in the back, everything looks all right. I don't mind showing off my number plate because I don't do anything illegal. And yeah, the one thing which I like about this bike is the shaft drive, low maintenance, which is very good. The one thing which I don't like about this particular shaft drive is that clunk when you're accelerating and decelerating and all that. Sometimes it's only while accelerating, decelerating, you don't feel it. I don't like it, but I've studied that. It's the character of the bike. So this is the Aioocci system. I use this to navigate around the town. This unit was sent to me for free from Aioocci. I'll show you how that works. It will fire up now. And it comes with the remote control. It comes with the front and back tire pressure sensors, as well as front and back cameras, which is very good. So this is how it fires up. It looks very well. It gives me all the information about the tire pressures over here, 37 and 44, showing a bit high, but I don't bother about that because I've already checked it. It's 1 psi more than what it is showing on the, what you call it as, the inflator. And it shows me the time and all that. It connects flawlessly with your the mobile phone. So I have connected it with this mount, which I hate because look at that. I bought this off eBay. I think it's one of those what you call it as mold, the new machines with which they have made this. I'll put it up on the screen. I can't remember, but it is stupid. Like, and then this shakes so much when you're riding around. I have ordered a different mount which I will be installing very soon. So when I posted the video of that I bought the cheapest motorcycle in Ireland, and I bought this BMW 1150 RT only for 450 euros, people did not believe me. And yeah, I can vouch on it. That's what I paid, and I'm honest about it. I was really skeptical about this bike. Will it run? Will it fail? Will something go wrong? But touch wood, nothing went wrong, and the bike is in good shape. I won't call it as perfect because it has got a lot of cosmetic issues, but it is far from imperfect. It's riding very well. I have been using this every day for the past 3 weeks to go to work and back. And last week it was -2 degrees when I was going to work. And the grip of this bike is unbelievable. And especially right now, the temperature over here is around 5 degrees Celsius. And it is crisp, but it is cold. And when you return back from work, you feel that cold. This bike has such a good weather protection. This frontal fairing is massive, and you are cocooned behind this fairing. And let me switch that off. The windshield is adjustable as well, and you hardly get beaten by any wind or rain, which is fantastic. And that was one of the reasons why I bought this bike. And people ask me, why did I buy the BMW 1150 RT? Why not anything else? Look, I was not in the market for a bike. I just saw it on Dundee. I thought I'll go and talk to the guy and check the bike just out of interest. And I had carried cash with me, and the deal happened and I bought the bike. And I'll tell you one thing, I have absolutely no regrets. If I want to sell this bike right now, people are telling me, oh, are you going to sell and make money out of it? I don't think so. Not this year anyways. I'm going to keep this bike, and I'm going to use it. So the question is, what do I like about the bike? Because it's a very old bike. It's 25 years old. And what is there to like about it? One thing is the weather protection. And second thing, the handling of the bike. This bike handles like a smaller bike. I have the BMW 1250 GS Adventure. Sometimes I feel like it is too big for my taste and for my liking, but I wanted a GSA, so I bought it. And it's sitting in the garage, but I end up using this bike almost every day. I brought it home and I was thinking, oh my God, will I be struggling to bring it to work and back every day? And to my surprise, every time I have 3 bikes in there and I walk up into the garage and I feel like taking this bike out, because I know that this is going to start, this is going to work. I'm not saying the other 2 bikes are not reliable, they are super reliable, and I don't have a reason why not to take this bike. The best advantage is the wind protection and the weather protection here in the cold. And the second reason is I paid only 450 euros, and I will tell you how much more I spent on it. I got the full service, including the valve clearances and that meter which was gone, and the oil cap and few other bits and bobs which had to be done on this bike. Oh yeah, and the fork seals were leaking, so they had to be addressed as well. So with all that job, I spent around 550 euros for the full service and parts, plus I spent another 400 euros on the tires, and that's all the money which I spent on this bike. And so if I total it up, it's around 1,500 euros, and for 1,500 euros this bike is fabulous. My other GSA is 10 times more expensive than this. So when I say the GSA is 10 times more expensive than this, it hurts when I leave that bike in the rain and I ride it on the salty roads. Here in Ireland, they put salt and grit on the roads in the winter, and that salt reacts with your bike and destroys the paint and the what you call it as the metal on the bike. This bike lives outside at work every day, but I don't feel that bad because the bike is quite cheap. So that was one more reason why I bought this bike. And the third reason why I bought this bike was because it was cheap. Simple. So I liked it, and I wanted to have one of these cruisers to see how this, not cruisers, the touring bikes, to see how they work and how they operate. And I like them. They're very good bikes. The fourth reason is the luggage. I like motorcycles with luggage because I do YouTube and I do photography business on the side, and I want to carry my gear wherever I go. And if I'm going camping or touring or anywhere else, I want a bike which can take everything with me. So this bike has, I have not installed the boxes for now, so boxes are in the garage, but this bike has full luggage, and it is so easy to put that luggage on and off the bike, which is fantastic. So 450 euros, the luggage was included. Again, a question of value for money. Win-win there. Another reason, I don't know if it is a fifth point, another reason is that these 1150 engines are super reliable and very easy to work on. That's what all the mechanics have told me. I'm not a mechanic. That's what all the other people have told me as well. So that was one more reason, like, they don't give you any trouble as long as you have the frequent oil changes and you maintain the bike. I'm sure that I'm going to do that after this. I'm not sure how the bike was maintained before I bought it, but now it's in good hands. I'm going to look after it, and I'm going to keep it till the time I can, till the time something else comes into my radar. So let's move on and discuss about what I don't like about this bike. There is only one thing which I don't like about this bike. Maybe there is something wrong about the throttle bodies, that is the vibrations. The handlebars are very buzzy, all right? And if you're talking and saying that that is character, I have ridden Royal Enfields, the older Royal Enfields. I still own them back in India. Those Royal Enfields vibrate a lot as well. So does this. What concerns me is that vibrations are not there all the time. You know, sometimes they're there, sometimes they're not there. I feel like the problem in the fuel filter or throttle bodies, or there is water in the fuel. This thing has to be addressed. I'm not sure how am I going to do it, because I really want to get those throttle bodies balanced on this bike and get this bike as smooth as possible. One more thing which I've ordered, which I've not installed on this bike, is these heavier bar ends. They are on the way. I'm going to make a separate video about them, and hopefully they will help me to reduce the handlebar vibrations up to an extent. What else don't I like about this bike? No, I can't find any other fault on this bike. I like the bike the way it is. For the money I paid, I believe it's a bargain. So if you have any questions or queries, please leave them in the comment section below, and I appreciate you joining me for this video. I'll see you in the next one. Stay safe on the road. Take care. Bye-bye.